Did I just break the game? I think I did. Wow. Hello everyone, this is Gorax. If you are looking for more free-to-play friendly teams to do the minimum 140 million daily damage without legendary artifacts or heroes, well, I got you covered. Here are some ideas that worked for me even after the buffs Dragon received at 50%. I could not try all the ideas I had as I ran out of the experience potions. Before we jump to the teams, gear and skill timings, let me remind you that you only need 23.3 million per fight to achieve the 140 million damage total to get the most rewards. The teams that I used had the total damage of 279 million. However, keep in mind that these teams have mostly maxed out skills, so your damage will be a little bit lower, but these are the heroes that I used throughout the game very often. Another thing to remember, and I'll explain that in the video, is the damage done by my Dauntless team. I'll go over it briefly while I'll be explaining the team and the timings. So yeah, let's jump in. And since most of our heroes hit single target, I put it on a single target hero as well, because this only applies to single target. That is the difference between this and which is remain on top of defense penalty 1 and 2. Gambler set on all wild heroes, because they all do attacks. And as you can see, rare artifact. This is basically a cheap eyeball on Eric. I mean, this is the end game. You should have Eric. He's the only legendary I'm gonna use today. So you should have him because you finished the game, right? So there's no reason not to use him. You might not have enough scrolls, so the damage will be lower, but you can expect maybe like 2 million, 3 million damage less. Okay, so don't worry about that. 40 million still achievable. manual control in the last 1.5 minutes. You want to survive long enough. I actually mistimed their skills. I should have went with Hexandra's ultimate first before Isolde. Isolde has to always debuff the 2 last attacks, so I'll go over the timing soon. I use Isolde here because she has attack penalty and she has shield. I try to mix 1 healer, 1 shielder. We use Spiritual Incense Burner here to always have this ultimate, and also we need accuracy, so you know, this helps to weaken the boss. And attack upset on her with defensive stats. We don't really need that much defense on her, truth to be told. You can go a little bit more attack basically, but you know, I'm too lazy to change equipment. And we got Hexandra with this Ancestral Candle again. It's not really needed in that case. You could go for extra healing if you have different artifacts, but Hexandra has to have this set with Enlightenment on it. This helps everyone to survive, otherwise the heroes will just simply die because they're not tanky enough. We use Defense Aura from Isolde. If you really want to improve this team, you can bring in Vikuk here instead of Hexandra, and Vikuk and Isolde then will be able to double cast if we build them with enough haste. Well, maybe one of them because you don't have access to legendary artifacts. So you'll wear this, for example, on Isolde, and haste set with haste runes, and this can get down, once you get this ultimate down to like 18.5, even 1881 probably. With this, you will be able to double rotate as long as you dispel the recharge speed penalty with Vikuk. So that's why it's so cool. Another thing, if you don't have Isolde, you need someone with attack down, and obviously the best option otherwise is Fur buff. Okay, so you can use both of them. The only reason I used Isolde here is because I'm going to use Fur buff in a different team. So this is the idea here. You know, the first team is already there. We'll try different teams. I'm trying to put like the most rare heroes with a couple epic ones, and the green here means the skills are maxed out, so that's also important. Your damage may fall off if you don't have the skills maxed out. So remember guys, this is like the ceiling and you adjust, but all we need to do is, all we need to have is 140 million damage in total, which equals to 22.3 million per team. This is the goal for free-to-play players daily. If you can't achieve it, don't worry, be happy where you are, okay? I'm just trying to find teams that will work, and so far 42 million on the first try is good. Okay, so let's talk about the time skill in that team as well. I forgot to mention that previously. So the rotation between healer and the attack down guy is the most important. So we want attack down in 24.5 seconds. This includes the defense down attack of the boss and the ultimate. That's where the most damage comes from. So we want to have this attack down there, and we want to heal just after the first skill of the boss. You can try your team and you can heal a little bit later, but this is what works the best for me. And then at the end, we try to manually do this. I mean, attack down should still happen at the same time, but sometimes you might be like a hit away from dying, so it's better to survive till the next rotation. With the wild team, I set up the casting so they all hit around the same time after the defense down is up from Fia. But with every other team, it's actually better to just let them fly, let them do whatever they want. Yeah, so this is the principal casting for every support in every rotation you'll see today. Okay, so it seems like we were close to surviving the whole battle here. Obviously, casting at the end, you know, do manual. This will really help you. Like the last 40 seconds, always do it on manual, because you know the rotation is 35 seconds, so you just want to survive this couple seconds later. And yeah, another team that can do 40 million damage and doesn't use legendary heroes or legendary artifacts. So let's look at it. Right, just I need to make sure I don't save, because this is obviously not what I want to do yet. Right, so as always, the most important thing is the rotation of skills. In here we have Dauntless, who casts his ultimate, which is a shield absorbing damage on the first skill, which absorbs the first and the second skill. And then we have our attack penalty on the last two skills, which is the defense down skill and the ultimate on the boss. The rotation is 35 seconds if we have enough heroes to weaken them. And we do the rotation on the damage dealers is as follows, as you can see here. Basically we have Dench to apply poison first, then we have defense down, and we have this attack here every 20 seconds, because that's where they can cast the skills. Adolphus, candle on to manipulate ultimate. We also have this, so this happens very often, and we can weaken the boss. Very important. Spiritual Incense Burner on the troll. Again, we want to manipulate the ultimate. We got a Sigrid with crown. Sadly, no one's better to do it here. We could reverse it and put it on ally, but it's just better. Sigrid is someone you can definitely replace with any poison hero. Sadly, I don't have any more resources to do so. But you can go with like Corin. But I wanted to keep it rare friendly. But if you want to go even higher, then Shink is a very good option. Even Lorai, okay, those guys will work wonders here. Sigrid is optional as a set. Ally Poison Gambler set, Eyeball of the Giant, crit and crit damage oriented, and also Dench with poison. As you can see, he's level 99. I didn't even bother going for 100. I totally forgot about it. Vile Ink here, but you can put even if you go this road. If you don't have Vile Ink, you can go for Volcanic Disc as well. Works well. And Platinum set built around Enlightenment, and we use Attack Aura from Ally. And this is the team, another team that can do 40 million damage. As you can see, now we have two teams that can do that. Spreadsheet. So 4 more, but we're in a really good spot, because out of 140, we've done already 82. Okay, so Rowena is dead at 40 million damage with 2 minutes up. I mean, we still can build her a little bit more tanky, but it's alright. We're still going. I mean, 40 million is a good achievement with this team. Now we got Rava dead, but they died way later than previously, before the upgrade in their HP and stuff. So if you want, you can keep them at 50k HP or above, reduce their damage, and you know, maybe survive 1 or 2 more rotations, which in the end should net you better score. But yeah, we're going. Another thing is, you can really build Megan with double healing. If you give her the burner, put haste on, and as long as you are at 18.5 base skill with Gladros debuff immunity, there's no recharge speed penalty, so she will be able to cast this twice in a rotation. So if you can do that, then go for it. Right, I didn't want to do it because I know most people won't be able to do it. And instead of Gladros here, you can bring Fia as well. I mean, I'm running 4 range, so Fia will work amazingly here as well. Debuff immunity to everyone, every range hero, plus invincibility, damage reduction 15% as well, and healing to them. But Gladros shield is very good. I mean, I don't have him skilled, so this is him with base skills. So the shield will be way higher, way bigger if you invested scrolls. But you know, scrolls are really hard to get. Even for players like me, the purple scrolls are really hard to get. You can get only so many weekly. And yeah, 45 million damage. Obviously, I don't want to save that. That would be a mistake for me. But let's see what I'm wearing here. So Usha, damage oriented, platinum set to get as much from her ultimate, over 100% crit rate with crit damage, max skills. I mean, that's no brainer. She was one of my first heroes that maxed skills with. Rava's next. Rava has crown and the attack up set. Yeah, so that's Rava here. I mean, attack oriented stats. I don't want her to crit. No skills, but we got this crit damage aura. So Usha with high crit and Rowena with high crit rate will do a lot more damage. Rowena max skills. She's amazing damage dealer in PvE, PvP, and whatever. Eyeball of the Giant. If you don't have Eyeball, you can go for the Volcanic Disc. Executioner set. She will deal AoE damage on all parts of the boss, so the damage will be huge. Rava to apply the Frost, not 100%, but high chance of applying. And Gladros MVP here. If you do this, shield on basically before recharge speed penalty and defense down, you will ensure these buffs are never coming through. The shield is low here. If you can at least get 2 skills here, doesn't matter about this because we got him at 35-second rotation, but this will really help. A little bit of damage here, and yeah, basically that's what we're using for. Attack up set and burner here, which helps us manipulate the bosses. Debuffs, buffs, sorry, we're removing the buffs when we manipulate ultimate energy. Candle on Megan, despite her already having ultimate energy here, but this basically means this skill is cast more often, and we have ultimate energy on our team as well. So very important. Defense up before the boss ultimate. We don't have attack down, so that's why the team is dying. Sadly, I don't have any replacements for that. There are a few that you can suggest. I could suggest basically. I mean, I could bring in Vorage, but this team works so well with everything we got. If you don't have Rava, maybe you have Dork. He works good as well. I'm not gonna suggest any more of those, but if you don't have Rava, maybe Olgan. Olgan is like a cheap Hawkadir because he also gives 25% attack up for all Frost heroes, and you could see in my previous basically video that I released that I'm using Hawkadir basically for the same reason. So a cheap Hawkadir there available for the epic heroes. Well, if you really want to, you can use Gulal. He's got attack penalty too as well, but that means you need to get rid of Rava, so you don't have anyone to apply poison to boost both Usha and Rowena. Okay, but that's a choice here. Yeah. And I think, well, he's got actually really good scaling, so if you don't have Rowena, you can go for him as well, and you know, he's still got a chance of inflicting poison. So yeah. And this team is doing, oh, I forgot to mention the casting. So yeah, as I said, 19 seconds on Gladys, 35 seconds rotation, 26.5 on Megan, and 35. And then damage dealers. Rava basically can cast whenever she wants, but the first cast is 17.5 seconds, so I want to have at least this huge burst early on, and then just rotation, because she will apply frost through the battle skill and everything else, so it works. So yeah, this team, despite being the least free-to-play friendly, is still able to do 24 million damage. However, this is way less than any other team. There are a few things that we can improve, and I'll talk about them just after this fight finishes. And Garrus is the last man standing, and there's no one that can kill Garrus. So yeah, we ended up with 27 million, which is still more than we need on average, which is 23.3. So if we look at the screen now, we are without that 86 million at 151 million already, and we still got one more team to go. That is not free. That is based on all these epics, but who knows, maybe by the end of this video I'll change it. So let's go over the team I used and what I've done here. So I don't want to bring any legendaries here, so I had to say goodbye to Jillian. This also meant that I'm running one healer because I don't have anyone else. If you have resources, then you might have got someone like Kalido. Maybe you are lucky and got Catherine. You could also level up Meredith. If you had Nathaniel, then you probably should have used him in a previous team. But you know, maybe you got someone else here leveled up, even someone like her for the shield. You know. But since I didn't have the resources as well because I'm running out of the bread. I had to use Garius, and he was able to do 2 heals per rotation on the boss. So Spiritual Incense Burner with 18 seconds on the ultimate is enough to do it. So the rotation is 17.5 basically per skill. We have attack up for everyone because, you know, it will be a good upkeep there. And haste runes, that's what you need, right? Haste runes, around 50 haste, 45 should be enough as well. We got Hegyu as a damage dealer, no skills, crit set, crit damage. We want to boost his ultimate as well to deal as much damage as possible. And then we got Taflin to enable a rally. Now, if you don't have Taflin, that is okay, because Hegyo is one of the enablers there as well. You could run more damage-oriented team with Martina. Sadly, as again, no resources to try it myself, but I saw it works. If you don't have any of those two epics, Hegyo and Taflin, she will do really well here. Her ultimate is good. Basic attacks also spread. So basically you will hit that. And also Evania is doing a lot of damage. So another option there for damage dealers if you already invested in those heroes. And I have Welby as well. He's doing a lot of damage. He's very squishy though, despite having good HP, but the defense is lacking and he's all about damage. Plus, he also manipulates the ultimate. And in this team, Garius is the one manipulating ultimate and Welby plus Hegyo here. So yeah, that's enough. And yeah, the damage is still there. It's not 40 million, but as a free-to-play player, you should be alright with every team doing 23.3 million damage. dispel one debuff and use Spiritual Incense Banner on her, with Quarion doing heals and shields, and Candle here, so we have this ultimate manipulation. So yeah, let's look at the timings now. So yeah, here are the timings on the skills. And again, as I said, Anna here to dispel. Either defense down, but recharge speed penalty is good too, depending on what you want to do. Quarion, heal just before the first skill. No cooldown, well, nothing set for those two guys. Basically, they will always hit around the same time with their ultimate, so we don't need to charge anything. And Shook, try to use this basically on auto, and it worked really well. You could see that only at the end it kind of went off, but rather than that, it's very good setup. And yeah, this team mostly due to this bug did 86 million, which is even more, way more than my main team here, right? So yeah, definitely good. I mean, obviously tried, I couldn't recreate it, so you know, it's kind of tricky, but you might have other heroes that are better, like Nathaniel, Catherine, for example. If you have Catherine, then you can cast Twitch's ultimate twice, basically, so it's quite cool as well. And as always, no legendary artifacts in this case. Okay, so this is how the spreadsheet looks right now. Up until this point, managed to get 240 million without using any legendary artifacts or legendary heroes, except for Eric, but obviously at this point you should have Eric in the game. This damage here happened due to a bug which I reported. Typical score is between 33 to like 40 million with this team, but definitely that was a bug. I couldn't recreate it, but something happened, something weird happened, and Bunny was just skyrocketing. But 86 million, I mean, yeah, it tells you. And now the last team is a little bit less friendly to free-to-play players that didn't have luck, and hopefully you have some of those heroes. If not, then you can look at the replacements. I mean, you definitely got main character. Maybe you picked Voresh from the box, or you've been lucky enough to pull him. Fia, Zudok, and Joyce are a little bit harder to get, but you can probably replace them with the rare heroes that are summon as well. Sadly, I don't have any more resources this season to do it. So let's go over the equipment quickly. There's no aura here. I'm using Fia without skills, but we're using her for the invincibility, which reduces the damage taken by 15%, which equals to the Guardian set basically, and also debuff immunity. If you look at the casting on the skill, complete recharge time, it's 16.66. I can do 2 double rotation basically with this skill, which I'll go over quickly. So 2 haste sets, basically stats don't really matter as long as she's tanky enough, and you know, a little bit of attack to boost her heal. I got Voresh. As I said, I'm not using Witch's Remain, Crown of Unclean. It's not ideal because only one target will get the debuff, but Voresh here is to buff the damage as well. He does a little bit of damage, but main damage will be coming from Zadok. Great ultimate, and also ultimate energy recovery, built with this high crit and crit damage set with Eyeball of the Giant. And Joyce. Joyce deals damage through her or his battle skill, so Weebrill and Manticore here. You can obviously use another offensive artifact if you have. This will reduce the damage though, but if you got like Horseshoe to boost the attack speed, it works well as well. Gambler set, because it's all mostly about auto attacks and stuff. And then we have ourselves. Obviously your name will be different. But yeah, basically we're using Spiritual Incense Burner with this shield, and we can do 2 casts during a single rotation. So this team is practically immortal, I believe. So yeah, let's see how much damage we can do. But before that, let's talk about the timing. As you can see, shield will happen at 29 seconds and then followed every 17.5. We don't have attack down, so we're bringing damage mitigation. She doesn't even need skills to be useful. Debuff immunity, just when we get the debuffs, we're going to remove them all. Just before the debuffs, sorry, we will grant ourselves immunity, and then every 17.5 seconds. Then we go here and we got basically damage dealers. Whenever they want, they will cast it, because they all have different cast times, and there's no synergy here, like really not at all. It's just pure damage. If we're looking for replacements, there are a few very good rares that can be used. You can bring in Heir to boost your summon team, so you can dump Voresh basically. You can bring in Fio to do a lot of damage here. I mean, that is an AoE damage dealer there. So yeah, you can do that. If you want even more damage from the summons, although I don't recommend him. But yeah, there are a few options here if you've been invested into them. If you invested your resources there. When it comes to the rares, again, if you want attack penalty, you can use Devrick. It's quite useful, so definitely something to consider. And if you're struggling, you got Irna. She can be used here to increase the ultimate as well and grants us damage reduction to allies, but it wouldn't work well with Tia combo because we are playing 5 range, so everyone will receive that damage reduction. So let's play this game. Let's play this fight. So as you can see, Pia's waiting, she's casting debuff immunity right now. And she'll cast it again. I mean, when we are invisible, we also gain damage reduction, so it's really helpful. Let's look at the damage. Most is coming from Zuldok, then it's Joyce, and a little bit from Voresh, as well as our main character. So, you know, the damage is not bad. Let's see how long we can survive and what is the total at the end. Hi Loska, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Yes, I saw that. I'm glad you got Garius, finally. Okay, so 20 million at the half mark, so a chance for another 40 million. I mean, 23.3 million is all we need as a free-to-play player to achieve the 140 million daily. No loss K. I'm still waiting. I also messaged them about the bug I found out today. when I was playing Vani and Shelter. Still no message though. I mean, they didn't get back to me in a while. I left them quite a lot of messages, so maybe they're busy, maybe they're on holiday and never told me, especially that person that I contacted. Once I get the answer, I'll talk to you. I'll let you know. Okay, so 38 million, Joyce has died. They will die eventually because there's no damage reduction. As you can see, everyone's HP is blocked, like half HP, so that's no good. Wow, we're still going 20 seconds. I mean, very close to 40 million. I don't think we will hit 40 million. As no more damage dealers. But that's impressive. I mean, this team is doing good with no skills. As long as you have these heroes unlocked, you will be doing similar damage. So if we look here, the damage chart now will look as following: 39 million. I should round it up to 40, but let's leave it like that. So the total I've done with those heroes, no legendary equipment, well, no legendary artifacts, is 279 million. So as long as you can build 2 or 3 like that, that's good. I mean, if you got 3 of them, that's already 120 million. And these are the most free-to-play friendly, I would say. Those 2 here, they are less free-to-play friendly, and the damage is less than those. And obviously, this one, be wary of it. I believe the damage is due to the bug, but the typical score is 36 million. The bug has been forwarded to the developers, and we'll see what they do with it. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye!